Good night, teacher. My name is Sandra Lore. This is my ID card. Right now, I'm going to explain the parts of a journal article using a journal article as an example, of course. So let's start. First, we have our preliminary section. In this section includes basic information about the authorship. So we have our title, The Effect of Gamification on Jordaning EFL 6th grade students' reading comprehension. And second, we have two authors, Rami Abu Sahalek and Abdallah Ahmad Bani Adel Raham. We are going to continue with abstract. The abstract section can be understood as a summary of the whole journal article in which all the information about the research, such as the problem, method, results, etc. According to this abstract said, this study investigated the effect of using gamification on Jordaning EFL 6th grade students' reading comprehension. The participants of the study were 71 students from Twin Tech section of the 6th grade students from a public school in Jordan. They were assigned randomly into two groups, an experimental group, number 35 students, and a control group, number 36 students. A pre-post test was designed entailing their three levels of reading comprehension: literal, inferential, and critical level. The experimental group was taught through using the instructional program of gamification by the Class.Dojo website, whereas the control group was taught conventionally by the teacher's book of Action Pack 6. The results indicate that were statistically significant difference between the experimental and control group students, mean scores on the overall reading comprehension post-test and each level of reading comprehension, the literal, inferential, and critical level, favoring the students in the experimental group who were taught by using gamification. As important as the abstract is the next section, which is called Introduction. The introduction includes a clear definition of the problem addressed and its importance in the field of study. So we have a statement of the problem. A statement of the problem said, answering reading comprehension question has been one of the problems that EFL students have faced. The researchers, as they work in different educational stages, have noticed that there is a general weakness in students' ability to answer reading comprehension questions. Such difficulty may be attributed to the fact that the traditional methods and strategies of teaching reading that are used by EFL teachers. Jordanian researchers, we have the author citation, Jahalak 2006, Amos 2012, states that the lower level of students' reading comprehension might be due to the improper use of reading comprehension strategies. Thus, using a gamification in the teaching learning process may be sufficient. Specifically, many studies, we have another author citation with a year, show a positive effect of using gamification and recommended to use in the learning process. We have purpose of the study, question of the study in the introduction, significance of the study, operation of the terms. The next section is called methods. Here, the author includes all the details about the research designed, follow, as well as the instruments used to gather data. The information included in this section is participants of the study, we have here the instructional program of gamification and the instructional material. We are going to back. Participants of the study said the participants of this study were 71 male EFL 6th grade students. They study at Allied Secondary School for Boys, a public school in the Directorate of Education receiving Jordan. To enter a section of grade 6 were chosen randomly from all this school. The first section was selected randomly as the experimental group with 35 students, and the second section was as the control with 36 students. The students of the experimental group and control group were pre-tested to check their prior performance before implementing the instructional program of gamification. The experimental group was staffed by reading activities of Action Pack 6 textbook by gamification, and the conventional instructions held by the control group based on the teacher's book of Action Pack 6 without any signaling to the use of gamification strategy. The next step is the instructional program of gamification. Here we have, more specifically, the indices of the literal level are to skim the text for the main ideas, scan text for specific information, and deduce the meaning of unfamiliar words. The indices of the inferior level are to draw conclusions from simple reading materials. Besides, the indices of the critical level are to distinguish facts from opinions in simple reading materials. And the third step was instrumental material. The instructional material used in this study is based on the reading comprehension activities for the 4 units, specifically 2, 3, 4, and 5, from the student's book and activity book of Action Pack 6. The researchers redesigned these activities and uploaded them on the ClassDojo website, which was used to teach a reading comprehension lesson for the participants in the experimental group. We are going to continue with the results of the study. In this part, the author or researcher presents all the data gathered and analyzed through the pictures or tables or figures. This section deals basically with all the statistic analysis of the findings. Results of the study show the question of the study was, are there any statistically significant difference in the 6th grade journeying EFL students' reading comprehension in the literal, inferential, and critical level, as mentioned, attributed to the teaching strategy, gamification versus conventional instruction? To answer this question, the researcher calculated test means and standard deviation of the participants' performance on the reading comprehension post. Table 1 presents the results. We have 3 tables. Table 1, Table 2, and Table 3. That show results of this research. We have group experimental with 35 students, control 36 students, with the result, with standard deviation and value t. And so we have table 2, reading level, literal level, inferential level, critical levels, group, experimental control, and so on. And the table 3, group, literal level, inferential level, and more dates. We have discussion of the results, and these results means that gamification is more effective than conventional instruction according to the previous results in the tables that show tables. And we are going to continue with essential and the last part is the conclusions. In this part of the journal article, the author established the conclusions drawn after a deep analysis of results, and the conclusion said, to conclude, the findings reported in the present study are consistent with the findings of the previous studies of, we have the author citation, which stress that the use of gamification is effective in improving students' reading comprehension. Also, the findings of this study are consistent with the findings. For example, we have that gamification is viable as a teaching technique and so it can be used in language learning. Nevertheless, the findings proposed in the present study are inconsistent with the findings of studies. And we have a lot of author citation. This is the one. We have the others, the other authors, the year, and also recommendations. It is also usual to find the limitation faced in the development of the study as well as some recommendations for future research works. In this, we have 3 recommendations. Based on the findings of this study, several recommendations are present as follows. First, EFL teachers are called to use the instructional program of gamification mainly under the study to improve students' reading comprehension. Second, the Ministry of Education should train teachers through conducting training sessions and workshops to qualify and educate them to use gamification strategy in their teaching. And the last one, we have researchers are invited to conduct different studies to investigate the effect of using gamification on other grades and other English language. For example, listening and speaking skills. Finally, this last part of journal article is the section for references. In this section, the author includes the names of the all authors cited in the text properly, depending on the type of research of each author. If the information was taken from journal article, blogs, web page, websites, or just books, is here. We have the name of the author, the year, the title of the research, and the university, the editorial, this is all the reference, the name of the authors included in this research. We have more authors here. Well, that's all. Thank you so much for watching this video.